Continue on. Remember I said how it was a free shipping day? I've got an hour of origami now. That is the #1 thing you should think about when there's a free shipping. Powder-coated steel shipped to you wherever you are in the US of A for $0. So let me give you a peek at some of my favorites that are coming up, starting out with the famous bookshelf. This is what I love about the bookshelf is you've got that beautiful decorator side. Look how, I actually own 2 of these. We've got lots of great colors. It's $124.95 on sale. However, it is also free shipping and handling. This one is the rhubarb color, but we also have it available in black, which I only have 81 left in black, forest green, pewter, vintage bronze. I only have 243 in vintage bronze. That's really limited. And riverside blue, which is a relatively new color. Really, really cool. Also, I want to mention the OG, the original, the one with 4,298 reviews on hsn.com that make it a customer pick. It is the famous heavy-duty rack. Now, you get the heavy-duty rack. It's on sale, and it's free shipping and handling. I've got black, bronze, white, and black, bronze, pewter, and white. So definitely jump in order. I think vintage bronze, I only have 360 left. I think that's the most limited. But we're gonna start the hour out with the rolling cart. Everything is origami, so there's no assembly. We don't say the A word here. It's all about unfolding, and that's all you do. So you get this box delivered to your house, a ginormous box. You open it up, and then you're done. You're pretty much done. $69.99. We took $20 off. That's adorable. And then we have free shipping and handling, which is so cute as well. And it's like the trifecta. It's the hat trick. It's the 3. You've got amazing flex pay, $17.50 of free shipping and handling. Rebecca Wood, get on out here. Don't leave me by myself.
What'd you say? It's adorable?
It's adorable.
It's adorable.
It's adorable that we have $20 off and free shipping and all this flex pay. It's like they love us.
They do. Like you said, all the stars are lining up today.
All the stars are aligning for origami, and I should do the colors.
Colors, should we start down there?
Okay, yes, this is platinum.
This is the platinum. So if you bought the original origami 15 years ago,
right,
it's gonna match right back. So
I love that. Really, and then we also have black.
Black, this is a matte finish. I really love that. Then next to that,
Riverside blue.
Riverside blue. It's like a denim, wouldn't you say?
Yep, I would. And then white. You know, I'm surprised we even have white.
I know.
This is the one that flies out. Every time I do a presentation, it's already gone. Drake, how many do we have left in the white? I bet you that's, okay, so there's, it sounds like a lot, but 800, that's like one presentation. I'm surprised we even have it. It's most popular and most limited. There it is already.
Bronze.
Bronze.
And each of the colors that you're seeing too are going to have the coordinating hooks where you can put anywhere on the rack. So the bronze will come with the bronze hooks and the red. It's a beautiful, bright, gorgeous, flashy red as well.
And this is one of the most versatile.
Oh my gosh.
It can't get any easier to unfold it.
You know what I want to do sometimes is just stand here and do it and count how many times I can do it during a presentation.
Right, because it comes in the box like that, and then you straighten it out, and then you're done.
That's it.
That's it. Do you add the wheels? I think you pop the wheels on.
And the wheels are great. 2 of them lock. So if you are going to use this for, some people even use it for a bar cart, you can lock 2 of those wheels so it won't move. But even when it's full, even when it has 39 pounds, that's 13 on each of the shelves, you're going to be able to move it with these. Watch, we got one around. Oh, wait, here we go. We've got one that is, it's full. We've got potting soil, and look at how it just glides.
Yeah.
So easily. Why did we do this one?
Yeah.
You were talking about the Mac Daddy, the big one.
Yep, the OG.
Everybody loved that one, but you said, I got a tiny area. So I want the durability, I want the zero assembly, but I still want the storage capacity, and that's why we did this.
Here's what everybody wants, free shipping, and guess what? You hardly ever get it.
Yeah, I know.
Except today. I love the giant sign, free shipping on everything. It's on the ginormous TV right here, which guess what? If you want to buy this TV, also free shipping.
Oh my gosh.
It's everything. It's a whole house. And by the way, when we do free shipping, it's actually free shipping. It's not some sort of spend $140 a month and you become like a secret partner and then you get free shipping. It's this could be the only thing you buy at HSN is this item here from Origami, and it would be free shipping and handling.
And you're gonna love it when you get it home. Now, I do want to say, as you're looking at this, this is powder coated steel. Just like the main big rack that holds a literal 1,000 pounds, this is also the same material. It's powder coated steel. So this gorgeous white that's by me, it's never gonna get that nick, you know, that crack or that little, that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. It's gonna be this gorgeous, crisp white for decades to come.
Guess we're gonna do a game show. Guess what color is the most popular?
Oh, let me see. White?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
You are good.
What do I win?
Are you psychic? It's
Always.
the white. The white is the most popular and the most limited. You know, that's because it's like bathroom, laundry room, bedroom, you name it, you know, beauty case, whatever.
Don't you think because of this, I think the blue also kind of lends it to that as well, but
I
it
think
kind of
so.
has a retro look to
Yes,
it too.
it does,
It really,
yeah.
really does. Let's talk about what you're getting here. I'm gonna show you, remember you're gonna get these 3 hooks that you can use anything from washcloths to loofahs to paintbrushes to any of your utensils. People love this also for a grilling cart. You're gonna get 3 of these oversized trays, and I'm gonna show you what's inside there. And what I love though is the space between each of there's nothing worse than getting shelves. And then I know, I used to have one for my laundry room, and I couldn't put my iron in. I'd be like kind of trying to maneuver it in there, and I couldn't put it in or out. Look at this, we've got, you could put even another, there's 3 rolls of toilet paper that are on top of each other. That's so much space in between each of the shelves. I love that we're able to do that and grab things with these.
Right, and I love the idea that it's incredibly versatile. Let me just say something else about Origami. You may buy it for the college dorm room. It'll go to the first apartment, the second apartment, the condo, the townhome, the house, the bigger house, then the smaller house, then the condo, back to the apartment, which is how life works. It's a circle of life.
Nursing, right? It is. I joke.
How long does powder-coated steel last? That's how long this lasts.
People have their original Origami from 15 years ago.
I
and it
do.
looks exactly.
I've been here 17 years. I have the original one in our garage.
Exactly the same, doesn't it?
It does. It
Out
does.
in in Florida.
Yes.
Outside.
I've got those shelves outside.
And it's
outside.
salty air here.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I mean, I can't stress enough how well made it is. And when you're looking at it, you're not giving up anything for that 0 assembly. It truthfully is come out of the box, no honey-do list, no, let's wait for somebody to come over. You're not gonna struggle to get it out of the box. You take it out of the box and it unfolds. You don't even read directions.
This one truly is vertical storage. So it's 19 by 11 by 35 inch.
Yeah, it's usually what I like to say, about 11.5 inches off the wall, 18, just shy of 19, 18 inches across.
Okay.
And it's that perfect counter height, so it's just about a ½ inch higher than your counter, so it's like almost 37.
Okay.
What I love too is, look at how I'm standing. It comes with 2 of the handles there, so I can wheel this around, and the only weight that is gonna be on this is whatever you fill inside, because it's a lightweight powder-coated steel. So if you're gonna take all of your seedlings right now, and you're gonna have all of your beautiful flowers and plants and veggies, and you wanna take it out and have it get some sun, you can water it right on here, because it's not gonna rust, and then it's a cold night, you wanna take it back in, you can lift this right over the transition strip, and that's all you have to do. I mean, I'm telling you, you're gonna use this maybe right now for your produce, and then next year, my favorite place to put it is right in my entryway. You know that closet?
Oh, yeah.
Where you just have that one shelf?
Right.
This fits perfectly in there, and I can put my wet umbrella.
Yes.
You could put your...
You could have it in your mudroom and put your snowy boots in it.
Yes.
And, you know, when it rains, you could put your galoshes if people still have that. I know I have rain boots because we live here in Florida.
just so I can say the word galoshes.
It's a fun word. It's almost as fun as cobbler.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a good word. It's a good word. But with $20 off, free shipping. The shipping is $7.50. Today it's 0 because it's a free shipping day on everything. Pewter, black, Riverside blue, white most popular, red cutest, and then and then the black. I love the red. The red is also one that we hardly ever have. It sells out really fast.
Bronze is my favorite, but one more thing I wanted to show you is it's a tight mesh. So if you are going to use this for produce, if you are going to use this for watering your plants, the water would go through. You'll get that aeration, but it's so tight that if you're using it for office supplies or even crafting beads, they're not going to fall through. They're not going to fall through.
Crafters love this. Again, read the reviews. Customer pick with 178 reviews on hsn.com. We've got an entire hour of Origami. You're going to be here for more items.
One more
item. Okay. Yes, but I'd love you to mention the baker's rack.
It's right here.
Okay.
Guys, this is the most unique piece of origami I've ever seen. It's a true baker's rack. This will actually go down if you wanted to hang the utensils. Otherwise, you can cool your cookies and your pies on top.
Okay.
Beautiful wood. It's gorgeous. It's tongue and groove, as you can see here.
Okay.
There's 3 different colors. All of them will have the blonde wood. So it's hardwood, powder-coated steel, 0 assembly. Literally will take you about 1.5 minutes. And then this whole entire thing will hold about 183 pounds, 50 per shelf, $75, and then this guy up here.
Yeah, because you've got like an oven.
Oh, yeah.
Is this a Cuisinart?
Heavy KitchenAid mixer, anything.
Oh, okay.
It is beautiful.
I love that. And I have a KitchenAid mixer, and it is heavy, so this will
hold any of that. 75 pounds on this.
I love that. So I have a hot deal on this, free shipping and handling, so we love that. And this comes in different colors, too.
Black and also platinum. Pewter.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think you're questioning me?
You are right about that. Well, because I'm looking at my card, I'm like, it says something different on my card, but I'm sure you're right, is what I was thinking in my head.
I love you.
Black, platinum, and white is what they're saying. There it is. My producer knows the actual answer. All right. All right, thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Fast and Furious. I'm going to text you later.
Okay,
all right.
we'll talk.
Okay,
thank you.
All right. Free shipping and handling on everything. The perfect day to have origami. We're going to continue on to talk about the foldable steel tier bookshelf. There he is, finally, a strong man. All right, here we go. He's making, that's a ticket. Oh, don't. No comment. All right, so here we go with the foldable steel 6-tier bookshelf. Customer pick. You're making me. 437 reviews on HSN.com.
Isn't that something?
I own 2 of these, as you know.
I do.
I bought one for my daughter. She had it outside where the laundry was, and she lived here in Florida. She moved back to Los Angeles, and I'll take it, inherited it back. We have it outside. We've got the orchids on it, and then I already had another one, and we've got Eddie's fishing equipment on it. So it's beautiful indoor bookshelf.
What?
He's a fisher, you know he fishes.
No, I know he loves to fish, but I didn't know that he kept his fishing tackle.
There's his fishing stuff everywhere. I don't even know what the. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this stuff is that he puts on it, but I call it fishing stuff. It's just one category.
Right.
He could say, Helen, that's not what it is, but I don't know. It looks like it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go through the colors because we have lots of these.
We got lots. Let's start down here.
Let's start down
real
here.
quick. Okay, so this beautiful color. Now, there's some colors here that are very, very new. Like they haven't been around for that long. This is one of them. This is our forest green. Okay, absolutely great shade of green right there. By the way, that would make a perfect planting shelf if you wanted to use that for your herb garden or something like that outside. Next to that, we have the Riverside Blue. Beautiful. Only about 6-9 months old at the absolute most. Another new color next to that, the Rhubarb. It's not red, it's rhubarb. Take a look at that, a beautiful shade of red on that one. Now, we've got 2 sitting right next to each other here. One is bronze and one is vintage bronze. I'm trying to figure out which one is which right now. This one's the bronze. And this one is the vintage bronze, okay? So you've got 2 choices in that one. One's a little bit more milk chocolatey looking than the other one is. Then we've got the pewter, one of the original colors of origami. Actually, it is the original color of origami. And then the very last one we've got down here is black, but it is a matte black finish, and that is something that you don't see on a lot of the origami pieces. Now, let me give you the overview of these. I'm just gonna grab the pewter one out of here and kind of bring this guy forward so you can take a look at this. So, when you're looking at these, the shelves are 2 feet across. They're gonna stand off from the wall by about a foot, okay? So the shelf itself is 11 inches, then you add in the 2 posts. So you're looking at about a foot standoff. You're gonna notice a couple of features of these that are different than most of the other origami pieces we sell. For instance, the shelves themselves are not the wire racks that we normally see. We decided to go with a more solid surface so that your smaller items wouldn't fall through there if you're gonna put crystal figurines or anything like that on here. We didn't want them to kind of drop through the wire, but we recognize that, like Helen's husband Eddie, people use these to do things like plant orchids and that sort of thing, or plant shelves or gardens, that sort of thing. That's why we have perforated shelves. The perforated shelves allow airflow and water flow. By the way, these are powder coated steel, so you don't have to worry about that water. It's not gonna damage them. They won't chip, they won't scratch, and they're not gonna corrode. So you've got all that going for you. Now, the other thing about these, if I turn this sideways, the lattice work on the sides. This is something that we did with the bookshelf for a couple reasons. One, it is somewhat structural because it is welded to the frame itself. The other thing is that it is beautiful. It's a nod to the interior decor of your house. We're gonna give you something a little more decorator friendly. And then the last thing is, and we feel this is important on a bookshelf, is that books do not fall off of it. Yeah, so kind of a big deal. So those are the things that make this one different. Now, what's the same? Well, it's this. You can take this bookshelf, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a bookshelf. We just had to call it something. Do we even call it a bookshelf anymore? No, we don't. Foldable
we
shelf.
call it foldable
Bookshelf.
steel 6-tier bookshelf. We do say the word book.
Well, you got good eyes. All right, watch this. I'm gonna fold this up just like that. And that's how it's going to arrive at your home. By the way, still free shipping?
Yes.
Still free shipping.
All day,
Yes.
all day, 24-hour free shipping. And I saw that I had Origami, and I was like, what a perfect, because this show was written before they did the free shipping.
I know.
We did not know. And the shipping on this is $18.47.
Yeah, just
That's what it would have been for this item.
So you're saving a nice little penny right there with that. Now, it'll be flat packed in a box when you get it home. To set it up, real simple, grab the sides, just give it a little pull like that, it's gonna drop open. Now I'm gonna spin this one around so you can see the back of it. Right here, this is the Origami toggle. You're gonna see this in all the items I'm selling this afternoon in this show, because this is a patented design. It's actually kind of genius. When I pull that, you're gonna see this whole thing just kind of sat down, and it allows me to do this, where I can actually, just by doing that one little toggle, I can do this and just move this around anywhere I want to, all right? Then the last thing you do is you take that top shelf, you put it over, it's only hinged on one side so that it'll fold, and there's one little latch right here, you drop that into place and you're done. Now, Helen, notice, this is a little wonky right now, okay? Yep. Now, fortunately, we have a solution for that.
That means the floor may not be completely straight.
It's probably not.
Probably not.
But here's the thing. We have a solution, and it's called leveling feet. If you see these round discs down here, okay? If you rotate those clockwise, they're going to extend from the body, right? If you go counterclockwise, they're gonna retract. So that's how you're gonna level these. Now here's the thing, if you put the leveling feet on them, you don't have to, but if you do use the leveling feet, we recommend you limit yourself to 50 pounds per shelf, right? There's 6 shelves, that's 300 pounds. Notice how I made it sound like it wasn't a lot. That's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it is a lot of weight.
If you don't use the feet because you got a perfectly level floor, then you can go to 720 pounds per shelf for a total of 420 pounds of weight. I don't know anybody out there that's got 420 pounds of anything that they're going to put on a shelf, but yeah.
It's a lot of tchotchkes.
It's a lot of tchotchkes or fishing lures or whatever you're using.
All right, 70 left in which color? The black, there's only 70 orders left.
This guy.
70 orders left. By the way, we don't have any bronze. We only have vintage bronze, which is the lighter one, FYI.
Yeah.
And there's only 240 left of the vintage bronze.
Oh, okay.
The vintage bronze is always very, very popular. That is like an original color, and that's what I'm hearing in my ear from our producer.
No, I understand. We had it earlier. The 2 different shades of bronze. So obviously one of them, maybe that was at the 1 a.m. show.
Maybe, because
I don't know what day
I did
it is.
go on hsn.com and look at all the colors, and vintage bronze is the only one that came up.
Okay.
And it is 243 left in black. We had 81 at the beginning of the show, but there's way left.
That's not a lot.
Yeah,
that's
so very
crazy.
Limited. And it's because it's free shipping. You and I have done many Origami shows, and days that there's free shipping. 50,000. This is an unusual, and Lou and I call it the hat trick or the trifecta.
That's right.
Right? Sale price.
Special price.
Special price.
The
free shipping.
flex pay, and the free shipping.
Yep,
so
all 3.
anytime. And you know, honestly, it's funny because I know people wait for Origami shows with free shipping, and I could not tell anybody.
Surgically removed from the set.
Surgically removed from the set. I couldn't tell anybody that we were going to have free shipping. Like when I was promoting the show.
I found out yesterday in a super secret email.
Did you?
That I tried to screenshot, and it's illegal to even screenshot the emails with corporate security.
Wow.
I could not even share it.
It wouldn't let you do it.
No, I would not even do it to share it. I could not share it till midnight. Like
you know when I found out?
When
I got here at midnight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last night. I was on at 1 a.m. and I got here, and they're like, by the way, it's free shipping today. I'm like, that's huge.
That's huge.
Why would we keep that a secret?
Well, because it's not like to ship some earrings, it's $3.50.
Exactly.
To ship Origami, $18.47.
A lot more money.
So it was planned before they made this a free shipping day. So enjoy.
Now, when you look at this too, bear in mind that this is going to be the easiest bookshelf or any kind of shelf that you've ever put together, so to speak, because there is no putting together with ours. You saw the way I just
We don't use the A word.
We don't use the A word. There is no assembly. We don't talk about that. It's all set up with Origami. But the nice thing about this too is that as easy as it sets up, it also breaks down just as easily.
When you move.
When you move.
Or you move it to a different room of the house.
Exactly. Or you go and do a flea mark with it, or you know something like that, or a craft show, or
Think
maybe
about how many bookshelves you've had in your entire life and how many broke when you were trying to move them.
Actually, I've had instances where I've actually broken them myself because I couldn't get them out of the room.
Yes,
you know what I'm
we've
saying?
all
To
done
move
that.
them back out.
Listen, I tried to disassemble one once moving, and it just turned into a pile of oatmeal. Those press board things.
This is what happens.
You get a drop of water on it. If it rains while you're moving, they fall apart.
Or you have a flood. Either one.
Right. Or you have a flood. Who would have a flood here in Florida?
Let me tell you how many pieces. I had no idea some of the stuff in my house was particle board. Like I didn't even know it.
Right.
And then after we had that flood, all of a sudden. sudden I'm like, ooh, oatmeal, oatmeal, oatmeal. I mean, all over the house.
I know.
All over the house.
We can laugh about it now
Yes,
because
yes.
we were all kind
Now
of
we
affected
can
by
laugh.
it. But this is something that will last really through kind of anything. I mean, powder coated steel, indoor, outdoor.
Right.
You can put plants on and water them. I
Any
mean,
of that.
really, you could do anything.
Use it in the laundry room. These are perfect size for bathrooms, those smaller rooms in the house.
Yes.
Perfect size.
Vertical
Not to mention-
storage.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that they look darn good. So use them furniture anywhere you want in the house. They're gonna look great.
I love it. All right, the item number is on your screen. It's 746807 with my good eyesight. $184.95. I'm older than he is, but
She
I can
is.
see further. So
She can.
I'm just bragging now.
She can.
All right.
She keeps telling me there's a monitor over there. I don't see it.
He doesn't believe it. He's taking it on faith
That's
that
right.
there's cameras in the room.
I'm trusting her.
All right, we're going to continue on and talk about the foldable
Yes.
closet. And it's a customer pick with 34 reviews on HSN.com. I have two colors. And it's real simple. I have black and white, and I got about 1,000 of each, and that's it.
That's it?
That's it. 1,000 of each. Black I have
Huh.
1,030. White I have 1,018.
Yeah, you know what's interesting about this one? We've been selling this for a number of years, and this is actually like the second or third iteration of the closet,
Yeah.
and it is the largest one that we've ever sold. Because when a lot of times people say, like, oh, I've got a folding closet, and you see it, and it's basically just a garment rack. You know what I mean? I'm like, that is not a closet.
Right.
A closet should have
That's a
shelves.
folding pole.
A folding pole, you know?
Where you could dry your laundry on it.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Which
different.
PS you could do on this as well.
You could do on that.
But this one, a closet should have shelves. A closet should have someplace for your hanging garments. You know, someplace for your shoes. Maybe you've got company coming.
Right.
They need to put their luggage somewhere. This one has all that. So real quick, let's look at this guy. Okay. You've got the big shelf on top of this. Okay. There's a very large, long shelf here. It's like 4 feet across the top of this. Okay. So it's a very nice big shelf where you could put, you know, your luggage, your hat boxes. I mean, whatever it is you want to stow there. You've got 4 more shelves beneath
Yeah.
that going
Your
all
hat
the way
box,
down.
if it's 1935.
The what?
If it's 1935, you can put your hat boxes
My
up
hat,
there,
yeah,
Lou.
your hat box on there. Yeah, exactly.
You know how everybody wears hats formally
No,
now?
don't they?
No.
I've been watching The Blacklist a lot, so
Okay.
fedoras. I'm
Oh,
all about
okay.
the fedoras. All right, so the other thing this has is 2 different hanging garment bars on here, top and bottom, right? So you've got all that. This is all powder coated steel as well. So if you're thinking like I could use some extra clothing storage in the basement, the attic, you know, out in the garage, any of those places, the kids' uniforms for sports, all that stuff would fit on this. Now, let me show you the magic though, okay? Because this is the cool thing about this. Because let's say that you've got company coming to visit, right? And you need some place for them to put their clothes. And you're like me and you're like, I'm not emptying my closet. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you your own closet. I'm gonna take the top of this off just like this. Flip this over. And I'm gonna break this down just so you could see, first off, how you can stow it. And, you know, when, you know, between uses, let's say. All right, real simple. I put the hanging garment bars over there. I want to make sure those weren't moving. All right. Now, you're going to bring up this side right here and just pull that up. Now, notice how easy this is. This folds in just like that.
And there's a video. When you get that home,
Oh, yeah.
if you're confused, go to hsn.com. We have video.
It's so simple to do. Okay.
Yeah.
I just broke it down. Okay.
I'm glad you
That's
did
the
that
whole
because
thing.
I was trying to figure out how it opened up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, this is the whole thing. So this and those 2 hanging garment bars are all that you've got to stow. So would this fit under a bed? Yeah. In a closet? Another closet? Yeah. I mean, you could put this so many different
You
places.
could slide it underneath the bed.
Absolutely. And watch how easy she sets this up right here. And that's, you know, that's Tanya, and she's tiny. And you can see
Yes.
how she's just manipulating this thing like with no problem
Is
whatsoever.
that America's Tanya Christensen?
That is America's. But back then, she was our Tanya Christensen before.
Yeah,
but
the before
take
time.
a look at the way, and she just swings that shelf in there, and that's it. I mean, it's literally that simple
Yeah,
to do
she's like
without a tool.
5'3".
Now, she's what now?
Like 5'3".
Yeah, yeah, she is.
She's
On a good day
on a
with
good day.
heels.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch me set this up now. So let's say that the company's coming over and you're like, okay, we got to build a closet, all right? So there, we're going to open up that shelf. I'm going to do the origami toggle on the back of this, right? I'm going to bring out this side. Now, what you want to do is make sure that this shelf clears this one. Just give it a little tug like that. It drops right into place. That's done. Now we're going to flip the top over. The top goes all the way over, and this one just snaps into place. Boom, boom. Now, I did one thing wrong, and that's that I did not put this in place, which is the hanging garment bar, but it's simple to go back and do that. Takes a second. So I'm going to put this one here, and you could put these on the, you know, consecutive shelves. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say. Or you could put this one down at the bottom
So
if you
you
want
could
to.
put 2 up here if you have long garments.
You absolutely
Or you could put one here and one here.
Or you can stagger them
Oh,
too.
stagger them,
See what I
okay,
did right here? So I
okay.
staggered front and back like that. So you
Okay.
could absolutely do it. But that's it. I'm done. So in that short amount of time. Now, look at this guy over here. And this is what you wind up with. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves here. You've got a 5th shelf, the big long one on top here. Great for luggage if that's, you know, company that's coming over. You can hang your garments, your pants, your shirt. I mean, everything fits into this.
This is great in a laundry room because when I hang up a lot of things and don't put it in the dryer, and I'm always like hanging it up all over the house. I would love to have like one place to
where it could all just be. See, it's funny too because there's a lot of people out there, even if your house has a lot of closet space.
I was waving to Terry Toner, who's coming up. Yeah.
Where'd she go? All right. So, oh, there she is. Hi, Terry. So, if you know, even if you've got a lot of closet space, there are certain things that you don't use all the time. Like maybe when you switch out your coats, your winter coats, your exterior garments, that kind of thing. Look at this. Maybe it's company coming over. Maybe you live in a studio apartment, or you know somebody who's an ALF or something like that, where they don't really have a lot of closet space. Dorm rooms. My dorm room had a closet that was like the size, not even as long across as my forearm. That's how narrow it was, because I guess they thought that we only wore t-shirts and shorts, and that was it.
Right,
which was true. But we still had things that we wanted to hang up and down. I mentioned sports uniforms too. Like if you have kids that play football, soccer, or anything like that, they've got equipment. You can put the shoulder pads on here. You can put their helmets on the shelves. You can let all the things that smell in the garage stay out there and hang there. The attic. My mom used to keep like all her old uniforms, my dad's Army uniforms. She had all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And so she had those in the basement. You can have this in the basement because again, powder coated steel.
Because if it's damp, everybody's, you know, because my mom and dad have a house in upstate New York, and it's the basement is always damp, and you know, it's
mine was. Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, what a great idea! I love all your ideas of storage. And the other thing is, you can move it around. Okay, you have guest company, it becomes the guest room closet.
Yes.
The home office becomes a guest room when you add a closet.
Well, and here's the other thing too, and you know. Just like I won't empty my closet when people come to visit me, I don't expect them to empty it for me, so I will BYOC.
Bring your own closet.
Exactly.
Okay. Everyone's going to invite you over, Lou, because they think you're going to bring this origami rack as a welcome gift.
Invite me to your home, I might.
It's $239.95, which is such a great price.
Isn't it crazy?
But today it's on sale. $189.95, and the shipping and handling is free. You know, you don't have to take one of those postage stamps and put it on it. You don't have to do anything. We're going to ship it right to your house anywhere in the U.S. for $0, and you only have to put down a tiny portion of it in order to get it home. It's called FlexPay. Any major credit card, MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, debit card, $47.49.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy, but look at that shipping, $22 and change, 22 cents.
And I'm going to tell you right now that even though that seems like a lot of money, if we, normal people like us, tried to ship something this heavy and this big, be a lot more money than 22
bucks. It would
bucks.
probably be almost $150 to ship this.
You know what? I would say you're probably right about that.
Because it was my daughter's 25th birthday last week. I sent her a coffee mug and some socks in a box like this, $45.
What?
I am not, and she lives in LA.
Overnight?
No, it was, I said the cheapest ground shipping.
45 was the cheapest.
$45. I did have to buy the box, the cardboard box. That probably was $4. I could not believe, because I haven't, you know, I got her some other stuff, but I wanted her to have like this little, I wanted to wrap it and everything. And I was like, okay, when we do a free shipping day like that, it made me think about moments like this.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is like and that's what I was saying at the beginning of the presentation. The folks that really know origami, the origami aficionados out there, wait for the days with free shipping because they know that, and it doesn't happen.
And they're random.
Yeah, it's really random right now.
It's really random.
Like, I'll show up sometimes, like last night, and they're like, oh, by the way, there's free shipping.
We don't know. Don't ask me. Don't message me on Facebook about that. You can message me about anything, but not about that, because I don't know.
I'm going to break this down again real quick here, since we got some time. Watch this. And you know, I'm going to do it, not going to take my time this time. I'm just going to do it like I would normally do it. Real quick, real simple to do. Remember, all it is just folding in the sides like this. It's really easy to do. Watch this. And it doesn't take up a lot of room. And that's maybe one of my favorite things about this, is that you don't need a ton of space to store it when you're not using it. I mean, it's just that thin. So under the bed is not out of the question. Behind a door, in a closet, all those places. And it travels really well, hence the BYOC. Bring your own closet, all right?
Bring your own closet.
Let's set it up again. So I'm just going to open it up like that. I'm going to do the origami toggle on the back. I'm going to open up this side. And again, it's not a project like where you've got to sit there. Something got caught. It's not a project where you've got to sit there. There we go. And plan. Oh gosh, I'm going to build the closet today.
Right.
You don't have to do that. I mean, it could be a spur of the moment kind of.
What's Dad doing today? He's building the closet.
Yeah. Well, and let me tell you something.
5 minutes.
If you're one of those people too that, like, you know, does flea markets, maybe you do recycle clothing or something like that. This is a great way, and I'm done. This is a great way to display all these things and travel with this and bring it with you, because it's not terribly heavy. It's like 26 pounds or something. It's not terribly heavy.
Right.
But the beautiful thing about it is that it is a legit closet, okay? And I've seen other solutions like we talked about earlier, the garment bars, but also the ones that are like a cardboard box with a hanging bar inside of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how is that a closet?
You know what? It's, it is a great deal that you will have this forever.
Yes.
Hey, Dre's my producer, our producer. Which is most popular? My guess is white. Even selling.
Really?
Even selling, yeah. I would have guessed white, but they're even selling evenly. You know, I think a lot of like when you move to New York City and you realize how much a one bedroom is, and then you make it to a studio.
As
I
much
know
as
I
my
did
house.
that. Right, and I know lots of places around the country. This, if it doesn't come with a closet, don't rent that
great way to do it.
perfect apartment. Get a closet for less than $200.
And that's what I was saying about the studio apartments out there. People who have studios, you know, it's you've got a room and a bathroom.
Right.
That's it. You know
or
what I'm
maybe
saying?
you have a mud room, but nowhere to hang the coats.
Actually, that's a great point.
Yeah, because you know your shoes are snowy or wet, your coats or whatever. You put them. My parents, they have the mud room, and it's like they have one of those wooden things where and I was like, this thing tops over. You don't want to. You can't get it wet because it's wood. So this you don't have to worry about that.
My folks, the house I grew up in New York, we had in the foyer of the house, we had a coat closet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I can't even tell you the last time I saw a house that actually had a coat closet in it.
You're right.
Where are all those garments going? All those big winter coats. And the nice thing about this one is, you know, for the mudroom, like you were talking about, you could put the boots and your shoes and the galoshes and all that stuff on the bottom shelf there. And even if they've got salt on them, even if they've got, you know, slush and all that,
hat
it's not going to
boxes
hurt them.
up here.
Your hat boxes.
Because Lou is obsessed with fedoras.
That's right.
But your winter hats, your scarves, everything, you know, and little I like the idea of baskets and filling them with, you know.
You know why I'm laughing?
I'm going to get you a hat box for your next birthday.
A hat box. No, you know why I'm laughing is because I'm sure you've seen the pictures of me in my kilt.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah, it's a trick to figure out how to hang one of those things because I've never, you know.
Yeah, you use those little clippy things, obviously.
Kelly gave me some.
Of course, your wife will tell you how to do it.
My wife's like, here, do it this way. But my point being that that's the kind of thing, I don't wear it every day unless you folks say you want me to, which I would.
If you want Lou to wear a kilt on TV, please message him on his Facebook page.
I almost wore it the other night.
Because we're starting a campaign right now.
I almost wore it the other night with Adam for the open house on St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, Terry Toner, that's one vote.
Terry's in, that's one vote.
Right there. Two votes, that's me.
All right, that's two.
Adam, I'm sure, would be on board.
He told me the other night he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Lou, when are you back again?
The next item with you.
Okay. It's my last day, so I'm a little...
I'm not going anywhere.
All right, I know what it is. They want me to read something. Okay, bye. When are you back again? In the next minute. Go over there. I see Terry and I think I'm moving on. Hey, we don't want you to miss out on the best in beauty week on hsn.com. We're offering free shipping on all beauty and big savings, including new deals every day. Today's deal, 50% off honey tightening gel and cream. It's a 2-piece set and it's from Perlier. So check that out on hsn.com for more beauty deals, and it's now through March 31st. Now we're going to go to a little break, and we come back. Lou will not leave the building. So we're going to continue on with more Origami with the #1 seller, so stay tuned.
It started with a single act of kindness and 100 goats. 15 years of research later, we turned our expertise to the science of kindness and goat milk, which contains 31 key ingredients to help skin look and feel healthier. Today, Beekman 1802 is a world-renowned goat milk skin and body care brand built on the belief that there's beauty in kindness.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $15 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card. The Spring Style Maker Special is at HSN. Open up your closet and get ready to add some wow. We've got top designers like Sea Wonder by Christian Siriano. Go effortlessly chic with G by Giuliana Rancic. Elevate your wardrobe with Tower Hill by Christy Brinkley. Join us to get inspired and dress to impress with style. Spring Style Maker Special, Thursday at midnight on HSN.
our next item. We're going to finish out the rest of the 20 minutes talking about, this is the #1 seller. This is the one that started it all. It's the famous heavy-duty 4-tier rack. Now, a lot of times we do a 2-pack.
Yes.
And some people say, oh, I only wanted one. I didn't want to pay, for one I'm not going to use. We're doing a single. And we're doing free shipping and handling. If you want to, you can just buy 2. You can buy as many as you want. And it's on sale for $139.99. Free shipping and handling, so you're saving $21.72, and then we do have flex pay. I believe it is 4 flex pay, is that right? $35, I believe that's what it says on my card.
That's a deal.
So here we go. Let's talk about the colors, starting with the white.
All the way in the end. All right, so this one is the white.
Good job, Lou.
Thank you. I don't know my colors too well, but I got that one was pretty simple.
Yeah.
This one is the black.
Good job.
Thank you very much. This one is glossy.
You're
and
2-0.
It has a little, thank you, hammered finish.
It's like a game show.
Yep. Next to that is the pewter. Okay,
Is
the
this
original.
original color, the very
This
first
is the
color that
original
we
color.
ever did?
Very
it has
first
almost
color.
like that modeling, like
Yes.
a little bit of,
A little black, a little silver. It's kind
Yeah.
of like the best of both worlds on that one.
Right.
Then next to that, we have the bronze. And the bronze, you'll notice, is more of a milk chocolate color as opposed to the vintage bronze, which is a little bit darker. And this one actually has more of a metallic look to it, where the bronze is more of a flat or a matte
And
finish.
the darker vintage bronze, I only have 361 left. So this one is really limited.
Yeah.
Now, let me talk about the reviews for just a second.
Do it.
You need 4 reviews, 4 stars or more to be a customer pick. 4. There are 4,298 reviews for this item. And that is not the only reviews this item has gotten in the past 15 years, is we get reviews, it sells out, we start back at 0, and then we get reviews again. This is the single best reviewed product in HSN history.
Yeah,
is this
it's
item right
amazing, and I sell it. And
Did you just add that?
I did.
Okay, all right.
I did. No, but here's the thing about this. I mean, I don't know how many products I've sold over the last 37 years.
I know, I have it in my log.
Do you have it there? Yeah. But this is one of the only ones I could say that I've sold for 15, 16, I think we're on 16 years at this point now.
I think
16
you're 16
years,
yeah.
which is pretty amazing. But let me show you what this is all about, because there are folks out there that have never seen this before. And if you haven't, I'm going to take you from the beginning and explain everything about this. Okay, so as you look at this sitting here in front of you, this is 12 linear feet of storage right now. And the reason I come up with that number is there are 4 shelves. Each shelf is 3 feet across, okay? So 4 times 3 is 12. That's your 12 linear feet of storage. Each shelf is 18 inches deep, so they're 1.5 feet each. So you're getting an extra half a foot on every single one of these. It does have these wire shelves, so there's going to be airflow going through. There's going to be water flow going through, so you don't need to worry about that. The other thing is they're made out of powder-coated steel. So powder-coated steel is going to resist chipping. It's going to resist scratching. It's going to resist corrosion. So you can use these indoors. You can use these outdoors. You can hear the quality in this. Now, the reason we call them origami is because they're named after the ancient Japanese art of paper folding, because I can take 12 linear feet of steel and do this with a little flip of my wrist, a little kick of the foot, boom, just like that. It goes down to 4 inches wide, okay? So this is something that is incredibly easy to transport. It's incredibly easy to set up, Helen, because we don't use the what?
We don't use the Allen wrench?
The A word.
Oh, or the
I guess
A
Allen
word.
wrench would qualify in that
That's
too.
an A word.
It's an A word.
The assembly, Allen wrench, anything like that.
We just
I don't
say
like pop quizzes. I didn't like them in elementary school, junior high, or high school, or college.
I wasn't even looking at you, and I got you. All right.
You did. No, but I said Allen wrench.
You did.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know who Allen is and that he invented a wrench, but you don't have to know. You don't have to speak Chinese or Swedish.
No, you do not, although it's okay if you like meatballs.
Hey, if you can, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's fun.
It'll be fun.
So this is how it gets delivered to your home, all right? It's going to come flat packed in a box. This weighs 37.5 pounds, or 36.5 pounds, so let's round it up to 37 pounds. You're getting that shipped to your house for free. 37 pounds of steel shipped to your house this big for free. We're going to go from the 4 inches now all the way out to that 12 linear feet. Watch what I'm going to do, all right? Just grab the sides. You're going to pull it open. Now, I'm going to turn mine around so you can see the back of it. Right here is the origami toggle. That is a patented design, okay, because it's kind of genius. You thread that through, you push down. You saw how the whole rack went down like that?
Yep.
It's already structurally sound just by doing that one toggle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip over the top here. It's only hinged on one side so you can fold it. And there's a latch. right there. And all you gotta do is take that latch and let that drop into place like that. And that just locks the top into place. Now, we are done, but we have a decision to make. And that decision is, Helen, do we wanna put wheels on it or do we not wanna put wheels on it? Now, I believe that you are a proponent of wheels.
I am.
You are.
I am on pro wheels because I don't have a
wheels
cement
too.
business.
I'm pro wheels, yeah. I'm pro wheels
I
as
don't
well.
have cement blocks.
No?
No, I don't. I have holiday decorations.
I'll bet you Eddie has cement blocks.
He probably does.
All right, here's the thing. If you put the wheels on it, it's gonna raise this about 3 inches off the ground, making it 35 inches tall, okay? We don't want it to get tippy, so we recommend you limit yourself to 75 pounds per shelf for the maximum weight capacity. But 75 pounds per shelf with 4 shelves is 300 pounds. So you've got a 300-pound weight capacity that you can very easily roll around if you need to. Now, here's the cool part. If you don't use the wheels, maybe you're like Adam Freeman.
He doesn't. He's wheelless.
Anti-wheels. Yeah.
I thought so.
Not pro wheels,
Nope.
anti-wheels.
Okay.
So Adam, but though, he wants that maximum weight capacity, and I get it, all right? So if you want the maximum weight capacity and you know you're not gonna be moving it around, you leave it there, and you can put 250 pounds per shelf. So that's 1,000 pounds, literally half a ton of weight that you can store on one of these. So you can take advantage of not just the vertical space in your house, but you can really load this down with all kinds of stuff on top of it.
Yeah, I wonder what he puts on those shelves that weigh 200
You know,
pounds.
I need to ask him.
Because British tea bags don't weigh that much.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why he needs that.
I think it's like his cricket gear.
Oh, okay, that explains it,
and,
yeah.
You know, the teapots.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All that
all that heavy stuff.
that I think he might
Yeah.
have a kilt too. I'm not sure.
This is more like my jam.
Mine too.
And always, the thing I need
Yeah.
is always on the bottom.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
But here's the problem with that too, all right? So if you are in a storage unit, right, what are we doing? We're doing this, we're putting another one in here. Things are starting to get a little dicey for whatever's on the bottom at this point. So let's put that fourth one on there, okay? Now we got two things happening. One, she's a wee bit tippy, okay?
Yeah.
Number two, I didn't say tipsy, I said tippy.
I heard
okay.
you.
All right. So then the other
And so
thing
did
is,
human resources.
so did human resources.
They knew you did the right thing there. We're proud of you.
You know I don't work here, right?
Oh, okay, never
so
mind.
here's the other thing. When you do this, whatever's in this bottom one is getting crushed, okay? So like Kelly would tell me to take all the Christmas stuff, put it in our storage unit, and then she would say to me, hey, the one that has the tree topper on it, you know, for the Christmas decoration, she's like, you didn't put that in the bottom one. I'd be like, nope.
And then of course you did.
Yeah, and of course,
or
I did.
you had no idea if you did.
And that's why we have so many of them, is because they break every year. But here's the thing, if you put them on the origami shelf like this is gonna do a couple things for you. One, you can access any one of these anytime you want. Two,
Right.
it's not gonna crush anything. And three, I don't have to wait for somebody to bring back a flatbed cart to push my stuff down to my truck, because look what I can do. I take this whole
There
darn
it
thing down
goes.
there, put it in the elevator, take it downstairs, take it into my garage, wherever I've got to move this. It's that simple to do when you've got your origami with the wheels on. Adam Freeman.
Yeah, and when I lived in the condo,
Yes.
of the 500 places that I've lived recently, we had a very small
You
storage
mean the condo
thing.
around the corner from my house?
Right, we left
Okay.
before the water came in.
Right.
We had,
Before the Great Flood.
Before the
That's how
Great
we refer to it now.
before the Great Flood.
Right.
I had it like this, and I would open the door, and I had two of them,
Oh.
and I would pull
Let's
them
show
out like
people
this and put it back in. And that way, you know, we did have a storage unit, but we didn't have to get the bigger storage unit.
Yes.
So that's another thing, is you
You
can
read my
save
mind.
money by having a smaller storage unit.
So you know I'm cheap, and part of being
Except
cheap
when
is
it comes
that
to getting a new cell phone.
Yeah, except for my electronics.
Yes.
But in my storage unit, this is how I had mine. I had two rows set up exactly like this, where they were side by side, literally touching each other. And people, I would open the door and they look at it and be like, how in the world do you get to anything in there? But it's simple, because I am Team Wheels. I can take this out of there, put it in the hallway, and access anything that I need to.
Yep.
And by doing that, because you can't do this with other shelving solutions, other storage solutions, you can do with origami. So yes, at the end of the day, it's going
Right.
to save you space and it's going to save you money.
Black is the #1 seller, and don't forget that this is usually a 2-pack, and a lot of people just wait for us to do one. They wait for us to do free shipping, and then the last time we had a free shipping day, which is quite a while ago, Lou and I had a presentation, and it was a 2-pack. If you just want one, we're doing it today, we're doing it on sale, we're doing it with free shipping, and we're doing it with 4 FlexPay. If you have an HSN card, guess what? You get the maximum FlexPay. $28 gets you a brand new origami, large 4-tier heavy-duty rack sent to your house with free shipping and handling. We will ship this. powder-coated steel, anywhere in the country for free. And I think I might have the weight of this. You might have it.
The weight of the actual shelf?
It's 37 pounds
Right.
of powder-coated steel.
Yes.
Let me just tell you, if you took this down to the post office, it would not be free to ship. We are paying for the shipping because we're a big company that a lot of our business is all shipping. We get a deal on shipping, so that's why it's only $21, $22 to ship.
Yeah.
But today it's free.
Yeah, nobody gets that kind of rate.
Nobody gets that kind of rate. But the deal today is that we had written this show before we knew it was free shipping.
Yeah.
So you're getting a 37 pounds of powder-coated steel shipped to you for free. So that's the big deal. Yes, it's a sale price. Yes, we have flex pay, and we do that on occasion, sale prices. Flex pay, we have it every day. Sometimes we have 2, sometimes we have 3. This is 4, which is a good
That's
flex
a good number.
pay. Good number. But I'm going to tell you that if you ever wanted to get this, today's the day to get it. And we also have some extra items that Lou's going to show you that are also in stock, that are also free shipping.
This is the biggest little secret when it comes to Origami, because if you have 2 of these racks, and I don't care if you're buying one today and one from 10 years ago, or you've got 2 that you've had forever, you need to get these. These are what we call the connecting racks, okay? These connecting racks are made out of the same powder-coated steel as the actual shelves themselves, okay? If you notice on the end of these, they have these hooks welded onto them. These hooks will attach to any level of the shelves, top shelf, middle shelf, bottom shelf, wherever you want to put them. It's entirely up to you, okay? They will hold up to 100 pounds. They're the exact same dimensions as the shelves themselves. So if I want to, let's say, make an entertainment center out of this, I've already got one in place. I'm going to drop this guy in right here, okay? Boom, just like that. Now, look at what I just did here. I've got this nice big opening here for a big screen TV. I could put a fish tank in here. I could, whatever it is that you want to do, wherever you are. But here's the cool thing about this. If you watch this, I mean, just by laying that on there, look how secure that is. Whoa, that was close.
You're a good driver.
Thank you. I'm a very good driver.
That's why you're a sheriff.
Yeah, exactly. So take a look at the way that I can pull this back here, and it's done. Now, here's what's the cool thing we've done. This is like having 2.5 shelves. So think about that. You're getting an extra half shelf here, but not just that. You know these are 3 feet across, right? So that's 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet. This is a 9-foot run now going down here.
Oh,
so
for
what are you
the
going to put?
surfboard.
Surfboard,
The
kayaks, skis,
Kayak,
fishing
right,
rods.
yes.
So, it's a better place for Eddie's fishing tackle.
Right.
On top of something like this, you got lots and lots of space here. And the other nice thing is if I decide, you know what, I want to put a big cooler on the floor underneath this, that shelf just moves. So now I've got a big space down here where I can put anything. Anyway, long story short.
People use this for entertainment centers, and then they'll take this rack, put it down there for a shelf for like a DVD player or a cable box or whatever, and then have a big TV in the middle.
Watch how easy this is to do with their VCR.
With their VCR.
And
Listen.
the hat box. Okay, watch this. Okay, so now.
The minute I said VCR, I realized how old I was. Okay.
I knew what you meant right away.
You know the TV where you have to be able to change the tubes in the back?
Remember the TVs where they would click?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Okay.
And the rabbit ears.
We're all the same.
We're all the same
Terry's
age.
nodding her head over there, too.
Yeah.
Terry remembers.
Terry remembers.
Yeah. Carrie Miletto's sitting over there. She doesn't remember.
I'm older than him.
She doesn't. You do? Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I didn't think she would. Now I'm going to lean this up here. So with this rack, though, and especially if you buy that, remember what I just said. You're getting 2. It's like getting 2.5. So it's a nice add-on to them.
By the way, in about 10 minutes, Nellie's is coming up. Nellie's is coming up, our today's special. That's why we have it here. Yep. Yes, you do, because you're smart.
I am.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying so. Tell my wife.
I'm going to call Kelly right after the show.
Tell Kelly right now.
Yeah.
All right, so real quick for the folks just joining us, I want you to see one more time how this works, okay? Because again, it's named after the ancient Japanese art of paper folding. And that means that I can take this 12 linear feet of storage, and just like this, I can fold this down. And remember, this is all steel. The whole thing is powder-coated steel. So you don't have to worry about leaving it indoors, outdoors. You could use it up in the attic, the basement, the garage, wherever you want to. A lot of people with all these beautiful colors use them as furniture in their house. And that's the cool thing about Origami. If you look at the one that's behind me here in the bronze, all right? Notice as I was talking, I set this up again. It's that simple to do. This one right here, notice how it takes on the personality of whatever you put on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If it's in the storage unit, it looks industrial. When you put it in your house and you add all kinds of nice things to it, all of a sudden, now it looks like a beautiful piece of furniture.
Yeah, you've got that modern house, and this is, and again, there's so many, it'll take some weight on it.
Yeah.
So I think about all the appliances I got in the kitchen.
Oh, sure.
Pressure cooker.
Absolutely.
A KitchenAid stand mixer, oh my gosh, I have so many appliances. I've been banned from buying more appliances by my husband. But I've got, the bread maker, you
Yeah.
know, the air fryer.
My God, what don't you have?
I've been here 17 years. I have it all.
You've got it all.
I've
You've
got it all.
got it all.
I've got
well,
it
I mean,
all.
you know, my house is kind of the same way too. Like we've got,
Yes.
and it's funny because like there
You've
were
been here
some.
longer how long have you been here? 30 years?
Here?
Yeah.
37.
37
next month.
years.
Yeah, 37 years next.
Oh my
next
gosh.
Month. Yeah.
That's as long as Lynn, I think.
Longer.
Longer than Lynn. She's been here 30 years.
I was working here when Lynn was in high school, and I know this because I met her at an HSN event.
Oh yeah, because her dad used to be.
Her dad used to work here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, anyway.
But
lots
that's
to
how
talk
long
about.
these shelves will last.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Generational furniture.
Here's a better example of that, okay? I've been selling these now going on 16 years, right? I have some of the original ones in the pewter color that's behind me right here.
Right, which is the original color.
Okay.
And this is the original item.
So this is the original item.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. If I took this one right now and set it next to one of the ones in my garage, or now they're in my storage shed, if I took them and put them side by side, you couldn't tell the difference between a 16-year-old origami rack and a brand new one. It is insane. And you know what's funny? A lot of times over time, things change. They change the way they make them. Sometimes they find ways to save money.
Right.
These guys haven't changed
No,
anything
no.
in a decade and a half.
And you know, I don't think I've said this in the 17 years I've been here, but beware of imitators.
Yes.
I know that's the thing.
Oh,
that, you know why?
don't get me started.
Okay, I'm going to get you started because the difference between aluminum foil and powder-coated steel is a
It's a
really
big
big
deal.
difference.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a minute.
So I've seen other places on TV, similar yet different racks out there. And then
Right.
I've seen them in public, and the difference is just night and day.
It is night and day.
And here's the easiest way to test it.
Because
Just
I'm
wa-
starting to see it on social media.
Oh, yes.
Imitators of this
All right,
exact
you know,
product.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. But you walk up to them, just do this.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make that sound, and you
Right.
can hear it's not hollow. That's a very, very substantial sound that you're getting from this. That powder-coated steel makes all the difference. And a lot of them are painted. They're not powder-coated steel. Now, why is that important? Powder coating is a different process than painting. If you paint something, all you're doing is slapping on that liquid paint and just letting it dry. And it does adhere to the metal, but it doesn't bond to the metal, okay?
Right.
When you powder coat something, I'm gonna flip this shelf over. I haven't looked underneath this yet, but I'm confident at how this is gonna look. When you powder coat something, you actually put an electrical charge through the metal, then they spray it with a dry powder coating material. It bonds to the metal, and it's almost telling like the metal has become magnetized, okay?
Yeah.
Because I could literally be back here spraying the powder coating material through the back of this, right? It will come out like maybe about 6 inches and then come back and wrap itself around everything. But the cool thing about that is not only is it bonding to the metal, but it's looking for voids. It's looking for any spaces that, like in the wells or anything.
That's why you're not going to see like, you know, corrosion resistance, like a rust patch or something like that, because it's truly coated. It's coated. We even say that in the title of it. Let's go through the colors one more time.
Let's do it.
This is the vintage bronze. Andrea, I'd love an update because I know this was the most limited when we started out the show. Okay, he said he'd love to give me one. See, we're all happy to be working together. It's very accommodating. In the vintage bronze. Vintage bronze. 335.
Okay.
And that is it. And
How
then
about the bronze?
This is the bronze, which we've got a little bit more of.
A little bit more?
It has almost, to me, when I put them right next to each other, it has almost like a little bit of a reddish brown.
Yeah, it is.
I just think it's a little bit of a reddish brown. You can see the difference. This is the vintage bronze. This is just bronze.
I have a sweet tooth and I'm hungry. So to me, it's milk chocolate. Milk
okay,
chocolate.
I'm gonna
All day
take that
long,
one.
that's milk
This
chocolate.
is the original one, and I love you got that jib camera. Let's do a real close-up so you can see that kind of modeling.
Look how beautiful that is.
It's a little specks of black, it looks like, with the pewter. This is industrial looking.
Well, you know what's funny, though? I've seen people combine this industrial with wood, and it looks really cool.
Really cool. By the way, it's also super limited. Is it really? Limited. Yeah, people love it. It's the favorite. Black is also popular, so solid black.
The white usually gets really popular as well.
And what is the most popular in this show? The black is the most popular in this area.
Wow.
Yeah, the black is. But we do have white, and you know, and it's indoor, outdoor, and also think about it: from the apartment to the condo to the townhome to the house to the bigger house, then back to the townhome to the apartment to the smaller apartment.
To the smaller apartment.
Because you know that's the circle of life.
That is the circle, my friend.
Right. So you will always take it with you.
Yeah.
It is easy to move. What furniture do you own that you can fold up and move easily?
Take with.
And what furniture do you own that'll help you move? move.
Did you ever have to move?
Your couch is gonna help you move.
No, it is not.
This is gonna help you move.
This is a good point.
Yeah.
My couch just sits there and looks at me.
Yeah.
And this actually actively
Saying,
helps.
why are you sitting on me on a kilt?
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, because without the kilt, it would be weird. So, anyway. Did you ever have to move your daughter back and forth to college?
I moved her into college.
Yes.
Luckily, she made 400 boyfriends that did the rest for me.
Oh, okay, so you got lucky.
Right?
I had to move nieces and nephews back and forth more times than I want to think about.
Yes.
And every time there was a debate about what piece of furniture was going to come back and what was going to go to the curb or what was just going to stay in the room for the next person.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
The thing with origami is that if you get this for your kids to use at college, or in their first apartment, wherever, it's going to travel with them from place to place to place. And I can tell you for a fact that my house, the flooded house, right?
That is not flooded anymore.
Not flooded anymore.
It's on the mend.
It's on the mend. It's true, actually, it is.
Yeah.
On the walls in the garage, I spent a couple of days putting shelving up when I very first got it 23, 24 years ago,
Right.
I didn't have origami back then. Guess what's staying in the house? It's going to convey to the next owner. It's the shelves. All the origami that was in the garage,
Yes.
That's all come with us. It's not going to stay there. You know what's even crazier? I have a couple pieces of origami that went through the flood. Okay?
Oh.
In the salt water.
Interesting. How did it survive?
The racks themselves did amazing. The only thing that got a little rust on them were the wheels because they're not powder-coated steel.
Interesting.
But the actual powder-coated part came through like gangbusters.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
interesting.
So it's easy enough to replace the wheels. That's not a problem for me.
Right.
Yeah, I was just happy that I'm like, my God, I spent like, a decade and a half accumulating all these racks.
Right, and for those of us, we talk about flooding a lot because here in Florida,
Yeah.
we've lived through a lot of it. Just take stuff from the bottom and put it on the
up here.
top.
It's so simple.
It's so simple. Anything really, really important, valuable,
Yep.
like personal, sentimental.
Couple feet off the ground.
Couple feet off the ground.
That's all you
That's really
gotta
fair. You know what? Even if you don't live in a flood zone, there's always that story of the person who has the water heater that spills all over the garage and ruins everything.
Yeah.
The comic book collection, your friend.
I told you that, my buddy
told me
Coy.
that
Yeah,
story.
it happened.
Yep.
We still talk about that.
Yeah.
Where his water heater just exploded, and he had his comic book collection sitting in the same closet, and next thing you know, thousands of dollars
Where
ruined.
do you keep your comic book collection, Lou?
Mine? I
Yeah.
don't have one.
What?
Hard to believe.
You were
Hard to believe.
I would have had money on that.
No.
I'm teasing. You don't seem like a comic book.
Not a
collection
comic book
guy.
kind of guy. No.
You don't. That's Jared, producer Jared.
Oh gosh, yes.
That's producer Jared.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how many minutes? We have 3 minutes left in the show.
That's it?
If you're just tuning in,
let me
here's
do this
the big
again.
news. Here's the breaking news. Free shipping and handling on everything today from HSN. Everything online and on air. This is our most dense product at 37 pounds of powder-coated steel. We will ship it anywhere in the country 4-0. There's no assembly. You just unfold it, use that patented latch, and you're done. And you can put the wheels on it or not. No wheels, it takes more weight capacity. With wheels, slightly less weight capacity, but still huge weight capacity for this. We have all the colors, white, black, pewter, vintage bronze, and the lighter one, the milk chocolate one is bronze, so
Man,
a
I'm
little bit
hungry.
lighter. The most limited is the vintage bronze. There's about 300 left in the vintage bronze. This is a 1-pack. We usually do this as a 2-pack, and I know lots of people say, oh, I only wanted one, I'm not gonna pay extra
great
for something I don't want.
introduction.
But it's a great, this is if you've never bought origami. I have 2 things to say. One, this is not the usual way to get it.
No.
With free shipping, sale price, extra flex pay, all that.
Right.
But it's a great entry item because once you buy one, I will say I would think about getting 2 so then you
Absolutely.
can get the same color.
Well,
you can get the free shipping.
I'm
you
gonna
can
be
get all
honest.
of it. Okay, what?
It's not your choice whether you're going to get more because once you get it home.
Like potato chips.
Like potato chips. It's like eating potato chips. You can't stop at just one. I mean, we've had, remember, I think you were with me where you got the phone call from the lady that had over 50.
Right, because we did a show and I said, everybody call in,
Yeah.
let's do a contest. Who has the most origami?
Has the most. We got one lady at like 55 or something.
Yeah, she was just a lady. She wasn't like a bit, I don't even know what it was.
I don't know what she was doing with them, but she had 55, all different kinds of origami.
Yeah.
I personally probably have a couple of dozen right now between my office, my warehouse, and my house.
I feel like a baby. I think I have 4. I have 2 of these and 2 of the shelves. I better step it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I have more than that. I have 4.
I think a lot of people here have them.
Yeah, a lot. And
Terry,
listen,
you got any? Terry has some.
Do you?
Do you have any origami? Kate has some.
Kate, of course.
See?
Kate has some.
What? Who is that?
We all have them.
Oh, Dave's got some.
Yeah, we've all got them.
Leah?
Yeah.
Origami, right? Or
Leah,
Leah's
of
got
course.
some. See, I mean, everybody in the studio has them here. See, you have 3? Wow, Vince has 3.
Okay, Vince has 3.
Everybody.
Floor manager,
And
right
here's
there.
the thing. When you're talking about people that see these every day, that can
Yes.
touch and feel them and can play with them, and
Yep.
they have multiples,
Yep.
come on.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, now when are you on again?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I forget what time. I
Is
think
this your last show of the day?
Yeah, this is my
All
last
right.
show of the day.
All
You know
right,
what that
well,
means?
that you're going to be looking at my social media all day because you obviously were looking at it today.
That's the ticket.
Goodbye.
Spirit 30. See y'all.
Goodbye. Love you. Don't change. All right, come on over here. We're going to talk about what we've got coming up in the next hour. I'm going to be hanging out with you. Earth Bright is going to be coming up. I'm so excited to have this back in stock. You know, I know this sounds nutty, but I've given this as a gift. My brother redid his kitchen. He had a glass top stove, and I was like, oh, I'm going to send you Earth Bright. It's the perfect thing. Cleans, polishes, and